Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to this live stream. I hope everybody is really doing well. So, how things, guys? And I hope you guys really had a very nice weekend. Bitcoin, if you remember, you know, the last time we discussed on Saturday after this dump, I mentioned that the next 2-3 days, we should be looking to form a good sort of a bottom. Why? Because the daily RSI is too oversold. It is at the levels where whenever we have gone there, we have bounced. Whenever. So that's the reason, the daily RSI is at a very interesting levels. Let me just see. I'm here. Do you guys hearing an echo of my voice? Let me just. Okay. Now I think it's fine. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is the total crypto market cap chart, and I know many of you guys are able to, many of you guys are very curious that what exactly, where should we buy, because these sort of a price action and these sort of a the dump that we were literally waiting for, and now finally the dump is here. Everybody wants to know where should we buy, and this is exactly the session I'm gonna take, where I'll show you where exactly you should be buying, and putting your money into the market. But before we deep dive or go into the the market, I just want to tell you one thing is that a lot of people are talking about the BNB liquidation on Venus. And I think in the morning when I posted in the corner as well, what did I I saw that the health rate was around 1, and few minutes back it was under 0.99, which clearly indicates that it clearly indicates that the price is literally like liquidated, but for some reasons it's not. Right now the health is around 1.06, which means that it's good and not yet liquidated, guys. I'm monitoring it. I do think I know that many of people wants to see that Binance to literally fail, but what I personally feel is that Binance is most likely not going to fail, because we have a very Binance is like a BlackRock. So it's like a it's a huge community with more than 8 million traders out there. And if literally Binance fails, I think the whole market is gonna collapse. It's not only gonna tank to 10k. Maybe it just simply can go to 3k, 2k, or wherever, because it's Binance. It's the heart, it's the base of crypto. If it fails, I think every damn thing it's gonna take everything along with it. So what I think is, on the few days or maybe months, yes, we will see some bad news, but Binance is most likely going to survive. They have a lot of money and in the pocket. And I do think that we might see some sort of a small liquidations that's happening here and there for like 200-300 million, but I think Binance is far bigger than 200-300 million, as we have see in the past, and like the peak of the bull run where CZ valuation was around $70 billion, and right now it's like when we are still at 30k, almost when we were at 30k. So it's like its net worth is really good. So I think 400-500 million should not be a worry in my view. But still, it's just going to give us a very nice view of, maybe a very nice dump in the market, because CZ would not want his assets to get liquidated. Now, what is the next most important thing is you need to understand is it's CZ. He can use this, liquidation for his own good, for the BNB pump. How can he use it? There is a probability, and it's a very high probability, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not sure how many of you guys know about it. But CZ can literally buy this liquidations, can buy this loan from Venus, and if he negotiate with the Venus, and if he can buy anywhere around 140 150 million, I'm damn sure he's gonna get like almost close to 784,000 BNB. You see the BNB balance when I posted in the morning, it was 784,000, which means that already it's like 160k BNB have already been liquidated. It's like 628,000 BNB left. You see, in morning when I posted in the corner on the Twitter as well, the balance was 784,000. Now it's 628,000. So it means 150,000 BNB has already vanished. It's gone, liquidated. Now the thing is, if let's say Binance decide to buy those liquidations, what are they going to do? They are going to buy those BNB for roughly around 150 or 160 million, and what they're going to do is they're going to burn those BNB, and once they burn those BNB, they're going to have that news announced on the Twitter, and what's going to happen after the burn news actually. It's literally gonna pump the market. It's like it's the BNB is literally going to smash towards 280 $290, giving a very big move or big pump, and CZ is gonna mint a hell lot of money with that pump. So practically he's going to spend only like 200 300 million buying those BNBs at a cheaper price, and he's going to burn those BNB and also going to save this liquidation. So this is a very high probability, but let's see what CZ have in his mind. I'm not sure, but because he's going to get those BNB so cheap. So let's see if he decides to buy. It's gonna be very good for the market because it's simply going to burn those BNB. But if it decides not to buy any BNB, then I think the next few hours or days we're going to see this balance go to zero, which means that 784,000 liquidation BNB is going to trigger. So and after that they're going to announce on the news that those sorts of BNBs have been liquidated. So that's going to have a cascading impact in the market, the way FTX liquidations news started rolling in the market. What happened was people started rushing into the FTX and started withdrawing funds, and when they reach to the levels where they don't have any more funds left, and then it started the cascading impact of liquidation, and then they literally surrender in the market. So ladies and gentlemen, I just want to tell you, I'm not saying that BNB is gonna Binance is gonna go down or Binance will fail. You never know. So hence on a safer side, I'm just going to tell you or ask you, just be very on a safer side. Move your funds from Binance to Bybit or Bidjet or MEXC, or to any safe wallet you have. But move those funds, guys. Just for a time being, at least once things clear, once we are good, and then probably you can move on your funds back to Binance. If you would like to move your funds to Bybit or Bidjet, the referral link is mentioned in this description. Also, it's mentioned in the Discord. 21M Technicals, guys. So it's a very good community we are building daily. Now talking about now let's go back to the chart. So right now we are having the total crypto market cap chart. If you look at from the perspective of inverse chart on the total crypto market cap, just look at this chart. When I'm just going to inverse this chart, what do you guys see? Well, what you see is it's a very interesting range structure that you're watching. This was your range highs, this was your range lows. We swept the range lows like here, we got the deviation, and now we got a deviation like a double bottom kind of a scenario, as you can see here. A very interesting double bottom over here, and we are also have flipped the range lows as well, practically. So if this is the case, what I personally feel is we are most likely going to see a move back up towards at least in my view, it should go towards like a double bottom is there. So we are going to most likely see a W bottom formation, or it can literally go to 786 Fibonacci level, which is around $842 billion. And if that is the case, in my view, it's going to be very interesting because we got a very nice 5 waves dump. Once that have a 5 wave dump, you're going to get like A, B, and now we are seeing a wave C, big wave C towards 786. everybody is going to be very bullish over here for the total, and once it goes there, it starts reversing for another big 5 wave dump, where we're going to see a very interesting buy opportunity. Remember, it can also do a very simple thing is if you look at from the perspective of the wave count, there is also one wave count which personally in my view is still very valid. A first case is we reject from 786 and we dump, and the second case is it's very bullish. Now let's talk about the bullish case. We have the bearish case I've already explained. Now let's talk about the bullish case. If you look at from the perspective of the higher highs, as you can see here, you don't want to see the price to go back under 1414 or even 1.38 Fibonacci levels. So I'm just going to draw the 1.38 Fibonacci levels, which is anyone, you can just put it like 1272 Fib and maybe even 1236, but I think 1272 makes more sense. You see the price is not even dumped under to those levels. No, I've already left WWG since like almost it's going to be a month now. So if you like to trade or have trade with me or have more insights on my trading analysis and get access to my content, you can get it by by just joining my Discord. 21M Technicals, Mike. So sure, I'm just going to be in front of my mic. Am I audible now? So if you look at from the perspective of the fibs, the more bearish count, what I can see is irregular expanded flat, and the irregular expanded flat is going to work in this way. It's going to be like wave A, B, C, wave B over here, and 5 waves down for wave C. And if that is the case, ladies and gentlemen, if this is going to be like irregular expanded flat, then we are in a very big trouble, because that would also mean that this was your wave 1, this is your wave 2, and we just begin a big wave 3, which is not only gonna sweep the highs, it's gonna literally mess the market like a double top kind of a thing, the way gold did. And after that we start going back, dump, and that's how the big range formation happens. If you look at from the perspective of if you just look at from the perspective of a week of accumulation pattern, a week of schematic, there is a schematic where we look for there is first SC, and then you have a test of the resistance, you have a spring, and once you have a spring, we go for another test of a resistance, like a sweep of the highs, and after that we start falling down. That's a very interesting reaccumulation or redistribution phase for a total crypto market cap. It's very clear, and very few people are going to talk about this on the total crypto market cap. Why? Because they are very much having a very one-sided mind. That we are literally bullish and this is a bull market, we're just going to keep on pumping. But we also need to understand that we need to focus on the scenarios or the charts that is there in front of our screen. Right now, what is there in front of your screen is a very valid bear case scenario for BTC or for the total crypto market cap, where we go for one more pump on the total crypto market cap. This chart is inverse chart, guys. As you can see, we are going to pump to 680 to 640 billion dollars, and from there the market literally start crashing towards the big move. Actually, it's simply going to be like a bar pattern in my view. And how does the bar pattern works? You guys knows it better. So this is going to be like a big bar pattern, and in my view, the dump on the market is going to be very harsh. It's simply going to do something like this in my view, and that's how the bull run starts. That's how you get a very nice retest of these levels, and then further dump, taking the market to $5 trillion levels. This is most likely going to be your bullish checkmate for Bitcoin and bearish checkmate for total crypto market cap. This is like a bearish checkmate. It's just understand this is like a big range, So that's our second plan that we have, and it's a very interesting plan. And that's the reason, many people are asking me that, where exactly we should be looking to buy if we have low funds. I would say you should be eyeing for buy start from 786 Fibonacci levels or very close to those levels, anywhere above these levels of 875 billion, put your money, start buying 5% by 5% back, till we go to 786 Fibonacci level, buy 5% back, 5% back. Once we start buying 5% back, keep on adding it to the spots. Do not use leverage, trust me. These are not the levels where you should be eyeing for leverage at this point when we're literally going to 786 Fibonacci levels. No, you should be looking for spots. You start slowly and gradually accumulating spots anywhere above $875 billion. From 875, if it goes to 786, buy 5%, goes to 788, buy another 5%. And once we start, do not reject from 886 Fibonacci levels or 786 Fibonacci levels. It holds, then stop. Do not buy more. Just have whatever you have in your spot backs. It would confirm that the market is literally looking for more highs, and that's where your 15% back or 20% back, whatever you have accumulated on the spot, transfer the spot backs to your coin margin contracts on Bybit, or Bybit is not having that function at the moment. Binance and Bybit have it, so I'm not going to use Binance, honestly. Bybit, I'm going to build it. So you transfer your funds on Bybit from spot backs to futures, your spot bitcoins to futures or spot coins to futures, and then start hedging it. You literally short it, and you short it only 1x leverage so that your funds are safe. And once you do that, the market goes a break above the highs, go for a big deviation like towards 670, 680 billion dollars. Once you go there, close everything and go all in the market. That is the best way, in my view, to accumulate morale. So it's going to be, it's not it's not like a one-step process. It's not going to be a straightforward answer that you should do something like this. No, because we are in a very critical conditions at this moment. When we will go to 786 Fibonacci levels, it's going to be very, very critical for not only Bitcoin but the overall crypto market cap. Now, this is the bear case, guys, as I've already mentioned. Let's talk about the bullish case as well. The bullish case, in my view, is going to be a very interesting thing. Is, let's say if we get like a move, something like this, one more highs like this, and that's fine. Or even if we might not get one more highs, and simply it just sweeps the highs and the market starts tanking and reverse, and we go back down towards the 1.18 trillion, forming a very interesting, a very interesting, a descending triangle. A descending triangle is valid, but we don't need to now we should not be making higher highs. That's a very strong descending triangle, and literally this is valid. The descending triangle is valid. Now it's just that we need a strong reversal, and we can literally do something like this. That's gonna be a big, then will confirm that this move is like A, a triangle function is B, and then we're gonna have wave C, and then further up like this. So a descending triangle is a very bullish thing in my view. So right now we are at a resistance, we are at a OB as well. So let's say if we really look for a very bullish count, I think what you should be doing is you should be buying at least 10 to 15% spot backs in Bitcoin around 25k or 24.8k, and just hold it. Once the descending triangle gets invalidated, it invalidates only once we wick above the previous highs. And once we start wicking above the previous highs, we can be looking for a very nice LTF bear flag structure. This is going to be then form like a bear flag on total crypto market cap like this, and it's very valid from the fifth perspective here. So then it is going to be like some sort of a just a retest of equilibrium. Go here to $950 billion, and if it don't flip, okay, if it don't do anything, then from here it rejects. So then it is going to be like a big A, B, C, B over here. Over here it is going to B, and we start having a nice pump like this, similar sort of up to $1.5 trillion, taking Bitcoin around 42,000 bucks. So that is a very bullish plan that I have. So that's the reason, if you're really interested, I'm saying that start buying or having Bitcoin spot backs start accumulating slowly. And once you see that we have start flipping the equilibrium on the total crypto market cap, once this equilibrium levels of the total crypto market cap is breached, or it's flipped of 969 billion, then you can literally hedge your spot bags you have bought in. So basically you're going to lose something, and how much you're going to lose on your spot bags. If you have started buying literally around 25k, let's say from here, you're going to lose max 4%, 4.3% on your spot bag. So if you're literally buying 100k, you're simply going to lose 4,000 bucks, or max 4.5k. Okay, so which means that, you know, the risk reward is amazing. Losing 4.5k to make, let's say the plan plays out for the bear flag that we have on the total crypto market cap, you're literally going to make big. Why? Because the dump from here would be 1:1 extension, which is going to be like almost close to 50% dump towards $1.5 trillion, which is going to be like, you're going to literally make almost on your spot bags somewhere around 55k. It's like a 10R, which is amazing in my view. So that's the risk you should be looking for on you know, total crypto market cap. The next thing, so you have you know, we already shared the bearish plan, the bullish plan, and I hope you now know it, how to play it. Okay, I'll be sharing a more detailed plan on the lower term time frame for Bitcoin, Ethereum after this stream. In the evening, I'm going to conduct a private stream for the premium members of 21M Technicals, and I'm going to share those plans with them. Also, I'm gonna look for many alts. Over the weekend, we wanted to short Maker. Maker, you know, gave the limits, and I think the luck, whatever you want to say, it just missed by few cents, as you can see here, almost 0.5, and it just literally dumped almost, you know, making it like almost close to 2.5 hours, as you can see, almost close to 3 hours, as you can see. So that was an unfortunate. Rune, I mentioned on Saturday, I'm expecting, you know, on the Rune that a move to one more push up on the Rune towards the EMA, weekly EMA 50 around this levels of 1.85, and from there a rejection and go back towards 1.3. I think this looks really interesting, and we are still in the OB. I think till we are under 1.70, 1.708, I'm expecting more downside on the Rune. I had a small scalp on the longs that booked already profits before coming to live. If we don't flip it, it's just going to tank like this. It's gonna sweep the lows and go back like this. That's how the Rune is gonna go. But however, if we can literally flip here, we can look for one more retest of this 1.85, and then probably look for more down. But right now, I would say as RSI is on the 1 hour is at lows, we can look for some bounce from here. So let's see what we get it. So now let's talk about the BTC guys on the lower term time frame. Let's say I would be just talking about BTC on the 4 hours. Well, this is the Bybit chart. Bybit literally dumped to 24,200. But let's look at the Coinbase chart. Coinbase did not sweep the lows, and many people are just charting based on the spots that, you know, we have not swept it, the wave count is valid, we are bullish, blah blah shit. I think it's wrong, because, you know, I posted on the Saturday in the in our corner in 21M Technicals Discord. I mentioned that, you know, in the history, in the past, we have seen many times when such sort of a big dump happen. You know, we have seen that the perpeps goes very low versus, you know, the spots don't go that low. It bounces, and then, you know, at some point of time it sweeps the lows, it fills the gap what perpeps have created. So at some point the gap is going to get filled. Now how it is going to fill, it's a question. What I personally feel is, if I look at from the perspective of the fibs, you know, what I think is BTC needs to even look at the structure. This was the lows. In my view, we can do something like this over here, a small sweep down like a double bottom, can have a small push up, and then further dump towards the golden pocket zone of 25,000. We can even go to 24,730, which would be amazing. That's my main primary target, because that would also indicate your very interesting truncation of your wave 5. This is how the truncated wave 5 is going to happen if it's just really need to happen. So 24,800 makes more sense to me. 24,800, 24,700. And from there, if we hold those levels, I'm expecting a push up and a small you know, bear flag structure should be forming. We should be going towards 27,200, rejection, and one more push up towards 27,900, which is which is our 2022 value area high, which we have just lost it. After that accumulation for a few days, then we should be looking for a further dump in month of September, and September should give us a nice dump or a wick towards 23,300, and can even go to 22,800 as well. But in my view, I think September can give us a very interesting move on the downside. Remember, despite of the fact that daily is looking great, but remember weekly is not at all looking great. Okay, so weekly time frame on the Bitcoin, we have lost a very interesting levels on the BTC, the very strong and not a good weekly closure that we have got. And also, I think the market is going forward, it's going to tank more, because weekly need a reset till we see a strong bullish divergence or a reversal sign over the weekly. I do think that the market is going to go more and more down going forward. And hence, if I look at from the perspective of the total crypto market cap, the strategy of this bear flag, despite the fact it looks amazing to me, but it's very risky at this point, and you should only be playing, as I mentioned. If you feel that this bear flag is going to play out, start buying above the sweep of this highs around 979 to maybe even 950 billion. Buy. And once you go at a deviation, it start losing 965 billion again or 967 billion again. Once you start losing it, you literally hold on to your longs or spots. And if it don't lose it, it holds this levels, flips this into support on the daily, then literally hedge your spots on the coin margin on Bybit. Okay, so these are the bear and bullish count that I got on the Bitcoin. But remember, this irregular expanded flat looks amazing to me, and we have seen multiple times this irregular expanded flat plays out, meaning this move is more likely going to be wave 1, a wave 2 over here, and we already started 1-2-1-2 formation up there for the wave 3 double top kind of a structure here, and then deviation and then dump. That's my primary thesis and the primary plan for the Bitcoin going forward, and for the total crypto market cap, which perfectly also aligns with Ethereum bear flag structure. Remember, weekly, since last week I've been mentioning that Ethereum got 3 black crows. Be very careful. ETH 3 black crows. Be very careful. Bitcoin also, I mentioned many crypto you guys were very bullish. They were literally scamming people by saying that we're going to pump to 40k, 35k, 33k, or maybe 38k, and it's like we are bullish, and this was the momentum I draw on on the live stream previously, and also even before the day when we dumped at night, I did a stream. I mentioned that we are very bearish. It's simply going to break down, so be cautious. We are not looking for longs. When the price is in downtrend, your focus should be short the bounces and not buy the dips. However, when the price reaches to a certain level, which is like a big levels, that's where your focus should be, buy the dips and not short the support. That's what you should do. So right now the focus is short the bounces. Why? Because we have yet to reach the previous all-time high levels on the Ethereum, which is going to be a very crucial level. The bear flag target, if you look at from the weekly perspective, the RSI have also broken down. There is no practically bullish divergence formation on the RSI yet over here, as you can see, but there might be a small bullish divergence over here, which is a hidden bullish divergence formation on the ETH. But still, I can see that we are at the dump. Even when we are dumping, the money index says that there is a strong buy pressure with this dump. As you can see, normally what happens is the buy pressure needs to turn into the red. The cloud needs to turn red, which clearly going to indicate that now the sell have started. Right now still people are buying with a hope that it's going to reverse, and I think the big liquidations on ETH are yet to come at some point of time. So you need to be very cautious when playing such sort of a weekly charts, because weekly is yet to play out. Talking about the SP500, I've already discussed my strategy on the SP500, but I'm just going to show you once over here. Let's see, where is my chart? Perfect. I'm just going to have it like a weekly. perfect. SP 500, since I have mentioned this top on the SP 500 guys, and also posted on the Twitter, we were literally around 4,567 when I mentioned on the Twitter, as well as in the Discord group, in my Discord group. And since then SP 500 rolled down almost like from here, from this, almost close to 5%, you see, 5.04%, almost we are down that. Now my plan for this harmonic is very simple. We are literally testing the range highs, and I do expect the price to really have some sort of a push on some sort of a push, like it goes like here, a small push, maybe a retest of this OB one more time, and then we break it. And once it starts breaking, it's not gonna hold. The minimum target is going to be 3,990. That's going to be our first target. And once we, let's say we bounce from here and going to retest either 4,200, it's going to further tank from here to the lows of 3,400, and that's going to give us a very interesting dump on the market. Hence, seeing the SPX, even if you feel that Bitcoin and the crypto is bullish, just check SPX one more time. This SPX whole chart that you're watching is not at all looking that good in my view. If you look at from the perspective of divergence, do we have any bullish divergence? No. We are having a strong bearish divergence on SPX, MACD, histogram, RSI. Weekly is bullish, and it's still yet to play out. If you look at from the perspective of the 3-day on the SPX, look at the 3-day, you will get histogram and RSI is bearish. 2-day stochastic is going to be bearish. I'm just going to show you 2-day chart as well. Look at the 2-day chart. MACD, stochastic. So it's like every time frame, as you can see, high-term time frame, things are not looking good for SPX. And hence, I just want to tell you guys, if you're literally holding stocks of US stocks or whatever, I think because if US market tanks like this, it goes nuts. I think the global market tanks. So I would say stay safe. I don't hold any stocks anywhere. I'm simply out of the whole market. I'm just simply going to wait for this dump to happen. Remember when I mentioned when I had this sort of a harmonic on Bitcoin, I also had such a very similar harmonic on Bitcoin, and I mentioned that we are literally going to dump. It's going to take some time. Since June, I've been mentioning that we are going to dump since June, and that's where we are. We are literally got that dump under 24,800, guys. So I think SPX is also going to play out at some point of time. It just, once it does, it's going to follow with a V-shaped recovery. If you look at from the perspective of the monthly, or maybe just look at weekly over here, if it happens to give that push down on the SPX and go towards $3,000, let's say in case if it goes to 3,000, but in my view it should not go. It should bounce from 3,200 max. If it go there, I think we should be going for a V-shaped recovery, and we should be eyeing for more and more upside on the SPX. So practically right now what I'm watching is SPX is not looking that great. I'm eyeing for more downside rather than upside at this point. So I think the harmonic is very valid, and you should be very cautious of this SPX. Similarly, gold is high-term time frame. Gold is practically have topped out, and I think we are not going to see gold new highs for like another 1 year or so, maybe more. But overall, gold is topped out, and I'm expecting gold to literally start dumping back. I just want a retest of 1920, 1923. On retest, I'll be exiting, and once you get this retest, you should be shorting gold towards first targets of 1797, a bounce from there towards 1881, and then further dump towards the sweep of the lows and maybe to the range equilibrium of 1484. That's where I'm eyeing gold. If you look at from the monthly perspective, guys, this is how the gold higher term time frame chart looks like. This was your range highs over here on September 11. This was your range lows that created in December 2015, and now we got a very nice 5 waves impulsive move making a highs and around 2022 or 2023, and now we should be eyeing, ideally the target should be the sweep of the range lows, complete the channel, a new accumulation pattern forms, and then we should be looking for more and more run-ups. But I would be very happy to see gold around even 1490 would be great for me for gold. And once we lose that levels, then we talk about anything under $1,000, you know. But as we are going to see that, you know, the BRICS meeting is going to happen, and they are going to have a gold backed currency for the BRICS, because they want to move away from the dollar. So it's already you know, Russia and China and India have already started that, and a lot of new countries are going to apply for the membership. So I do think that, you know, gold is going to see some sort of a nice demand in my view, and that's the reason I think we're not gonna see that low under 1000, but we're most likely going to see a dump towards 1490 in my view. So that's what we have for the gold and the overall crypto market cap. Guys, if you like to have access to more of my insights as well as trades and more of, you know, the educational content, do join the 21M Technicals Discord. It's a good community. We already have more than 600 members, and I think a lot of good things are going to come, especially with, you know, the bots functionality. Like the bots is going to give a lot of you know, good insights, and gonna give a lot of good signals in the group. I think it's under development, gonna take like 5 to 6 days more, and I'm working on it. So thanks a lot, guys. Have a nice day. Cheers.